Is Michael Saylor predicting that Cardano and Ethereum are going to complete loss? Michael Saylor, a supporter of Bitcoin and the CEO of Microstrategy, spoke about Cardano and Ethereum and how these digital currencies are classified as assets in the US. Keep watching to know more. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and greetings. Today's video will show you the Michael Saylor prediction on Cardano and Ethereum, so stay focused. Since Gary Gensler, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, said that only Bitcoin was a commodity last month, this issue has attracted greater attention. According to these claims, other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Cardano can be categorized as securities. Due to the requirement to adhere to more substantial restrictions, consumers, developers, and projects may have detrimental consequences on their ecosystems. In a live stream, Michael expressed his opinions regarding Ethereum. There are frequent hard forks and a difficulty bomb that keeps being postponed. The challenge bomb will destroy the whole East mining industry. It will ruin it. In reality, someone can kill an entire industry, and that person then keeps changing their mind about whether to do it every 6 months. The fact that you can change something is what makes it secure, so if you look at most of these cryptos where there have been hard fork after hard fork, the issue with a hard fork is that it means that some development team is making a decision. If you can materially change the protocol, you can change the monetary protocol. Saylor said Ethereum is clearly secure in an interview with the well-known YouTube channel Altcoin Daily. Saylor argues that Ethereum became a security due to its continuous developments, the fact that it was published after an initial coin offering, and the difficulty bomb. The latter is a method that will gradually make mining ETH more complex and will be applied on the Ethereum mainnet. The difficulty bomb will prohibit miners from sustaining the previous blockchain when the network transitions from a proof-of-work to a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. Regarding why Ethereum is clearly a security, Saylor said that there is a difficulty bomb that is being pushed back, there is an Ethereum pre-mine, and there is a hard fork. The difficulty bomb will destroy the whole ETH mining business. In reality, someone can kill an entire industry while continually rethinking their decision. Following El Salvador's contentious $1 billion Bitcoin-backed bond being postponed last week, vocal Bitcoin entrepreneur Michael Saylor has now cautioned the market may not be quite ready for Bitcoin bonds. Saylor is the chief executive of business intelligence and the provider of MicroStrategy, which has shifted to become a cryptocurrency acquisition motor over the last 2 years, said in an interview. "I'd adore seeing a day where people eventually sell Bitcoin-backed securities like mortgage-backed bonds. Right now, the market isn't yet prepared for that. A term loan from a significant bank was the second best option. This week has seen a recovery in the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, buoyed by a surge of encouraging news despite academics' warnings about crypto crimes. The cost of one Bitcoin was just shy of $50,000, but it has now fallen back, shedding more than $2,000 per coin in only a few hours. Despite traders anxiously anticipating a long-awaited update, Ethereum has also lost its most recent gains. During a live conversation, Michael Saylor discussed Cardano. Bitcoin is. Although it is a digital good, all proof-of-stake networks and securities are dangerous. Therefore, you know that it is out of my price range. The authorities will determine whether or not to let them continue. However, technology will only ultimately rescue you if you offer security to the broader public with a disclosure statement. Although technically sophisticated, it won't exempt you from securities obligation, leading you to conclude that technology is not a problem. People believe that everyone will compete with one another in some way. However, without a token, you could do all those tasks on Layer 2 or Lightning. You may create them in a Cash App without a token or in a direct exchange. Coinbase and Finance Exchange, he said. They can trade quickly enough. You can do all of those things without a token. Therefore, when you may ask what a permit is for arises, it's intriguing, but the ticket has drawbacks. Fundamentally, the question of whether you can construct your network as a commodity network and for it to be a commodity network. If you look at Cardano's history, it's pretty clear that it's security. There must be no issuer, ICO, or central authority. Given the current market volatility brought on by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Zelaya said, "I believe now is not the moment. Sometimes you can in May and June, but the market factors change. After September, raising money becomes challenging unless you have already secured funding, like in the case of a Bitcoin bond." Michael was asked by someone why they should purchase any Bitcoin today if they don't already have any. "I think we're in a very unpredictable environment right now, and there's a lot of political uncertainty with regard to politics. trade policy, labor policy, manufacturing policy. So if you're thinking about purchasing a company, the question you have to wrestle with is, will the company be impacted by tariffs, trade policy, tax policy, labor policy, manufacturing policy, a war, or a famine, said Michael. A burst of positive news throughout the week may have stopped Bitcoin's situation from worsening. Two institutions said at the beginning of the week that they were increasing their BTC buy-ins. With CEO Michael Saylor stating that his business had no plans to slow down, MicroStrategy bought another 19,452 coins. It follows Square's announcement that it has paid $170 million for 3,318 BTC after a $50 million spending binge in October 2020. Every day, Michael Saylor discusses Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano in conjunction with alternative currencies. Michael Saylor considers Ethereum to be a security. It's clear that it is a security and that an ICO was used to issue it by a management team. It satisfies the test because a hard fork that alters the value or the issue pattern qualifies as an investment contract under securities legislation. Regarding Ethereum, he said you want a genuinely decentralized system that no one could alter, even if they desired. The underlying issue with Ethereum is that it constantly evolves from a security perspective, and a team of individuals is making suggestions. To establish yourself as a digital commodity, you should aim to produce virtual gold. In connection with continuing accusations that Tether overstated the extent to which USDT stablecoins were backed by fiat collateral, Bitfinex and Tether also disclosed that they had struck a settlement with the New York Attorney General. Both businesses will be required to pay $18.5 million in damages, report on their reserves regularly, and halt providing services to consumers in the state as part of the agreement. JP Morgan told investors on Friday that investing 1% of a portfolio in Bitcoin would act as a hedge against changes in stocks, bonds, and commodities, which helped to boost the markets. Earlier this week, MicroStrategy said that its subsidiary, which focuses on Bitcoin, has taken out a $205 million loan to expand its 125,000 Bitcoin stockpile. The price of MicroStrategy shares, which has increased since it started purchasing Bitcoin, has decreased 6% this week. According to Saylor, the financing would provide MicroStrategy an opportunity to improve our position as the biggest publicly listed Bitcoin investor. In that regard, the CEO said that most cryptocurrencies fit under this category and may pass the Howey test, a procedure used by the SEC to examine whether an asset functions as a security. Saylor contrasted this with the fact that no one or anything can alter the essential characteristics of a commodity like gold. The executive clarified that something is not a commodity if people may change its features. As it completes its transfer, the SEC and other regulatory bodies may be inclined to designate Ethereum as a security in the coming months. The ability to stake assets and produce income will be available to ETH holders. According to Saylor, the SEC chairman has said 6 consecutive times that generating staking off a crypto asset qualifies it as a security. You can only produce yield if you are a security. Another aspect that these projects function as securities are the governance that underpins most decentralized finance protocols. Voting cannot alter the characteristics of the underlying asset, and voting on something doesn't make it decentralized. Saylor underlined his position by claiming that commodities don't change and shouldn't be improved in the case of digital assets. In his opinion, the difficulty in the crypto world is that they are all securities, and the issue with that is that all the deposits are traded on exchanges without a license. Nobody can predict what will happen. That's all we have for you today. Take a look at the Michael Saylor prediction on Cardano and Ethereum. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see all future videos, subscribe to the channel and switch on notifications. First and foremost, what do you think about these cryptocurrencies, and how can you justify them more precisely? Please participate and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching.